Hello everyone and welcome to the Raven's Hall. I'm going to do a Dawn of War campaign playthrough. But before we do that, I'm going to introduce you all to the 9 factions that are in this game. Every introduction video will be broken down into 4 different parts. Number 1 is the information of who they are. Number 2 is the organisation of how each faction is organised, especially their armed forces. Number 3 is going to be 5 notable characters of each faction, and number 4 is going to be 3 notable battles of the 41st millennium for each faction. So come with me and we will start talking about the factions. The first faction that we're going to talk about in this build up to the Soulstorm campaign is the faction known as the Space Marines. The Space Marines, also known as the Eldest Astartes, are the Imperium of Man's supreme warriors. They are genetically enhanced to be the ultimate soldiers of mankind. Space Marines are untouched by plague or any natural disease and can suffer wounds that would kill a lesser man. They are clad in ancient power armor and wield the most potent and deadly weapons known to man. They are known as the Emperor's Angels of Death, and they shall know no fear. Let's talk about the organisation of the Space Marines, or Eldest Astartes. There are approximately 1,000 Space Marine chapters active in the Imperial Man at any one time. Each chapter is comprising of roughly 1,000 warriors that are then organised into 10 companies of 100 troops. Each chapter is self-sufficient, equipped with their own spacecraft, and all armour is painstakingly maintained by the tech marines of the chapter. Each battle company is split into 6 tactical squads, 2 assault squads, and 2 devastator squads. This can vary between chapter and chapter. The 10th company of the Space Marines consists of just scouts, and they are the most lightly armoured troops of the Space Marine chapter. Let's talk about 5 notable characters of the Space Marines. The first one is Gabrielle Angelos. He is the chapter master of the Blood Ravens. On Tartarus, Gabrielle Angelos was to undergo the true tests of his abilities as a chapter master, and also to test his faith in the Emperor. When he had to stop an Orc invasion and simultaneously seek and destroy the Alpha Legion of Chaos Space Marines. The next one I'm going to talk about is Pedro Cantor. He is the chapter master of the Crimson Fists. Pedro Cantor was promoted to chapter master and was one of the last surviving Crimson Fists when their fortress monastery Arc Tyrannus was destroyed on Rinsweld by a massive Orc invasion. He had to use the last surviving Marines in guerrilla warfare to deal massive damage to the Orcs and conserve his manpower. The next one is Caldor Drago. He is the Supreme Grand Master of the Grey Knights. During the Battle of Caliban, Drago would become Supreme Grand Master after the Demon Prince Mortram killed his predecessor Linnaeus Generotrum. The next one is Dante, the chapter master of the Blood Angels. Louis Dante is one of the most experienced and able Space Marine commanders. He has been chapter master for 1100 years. His most famous victory was in the Second War of Armageddon, when his leadership allowed the beleaguered defenders of the Imperium to triumph over the Orc War of Gozgurkol. He led a valiant strike against the Orcs that were attacking the city of Hive Akron. The fourth person I'm going to talk about is Azrael. He is the Supreme Grand Master of the Dark Angels. Azrael was promoted to Grand Master when his predecessor got killed in the Ramel betrayal. After the battle, he quickly got promoted and given the title Keeper of the Truth. The Dark Angels are a very interesting chapter. There is rumours in the Imperial Man that the Dark Angels did momentarily turn against the Emperor during the Horus Heresy. And then the final one I'm going to talk about is Hal Project. He is the High Marshal of the Black Templars. Hal Project got elected to High Marshal after the previous High Marshal got killed at the hands of an unknown Chaos champion. The Black Templars are a crusading chapter. They don't have a fixed base. They conduct all their operations on their battle barge. Well, let's do this final part of this introduction to the Space Marine factions. 3 notable battles. The first one is a Blood Angel battle. It is the Battle for Antax. Antax is a prominent Forge world in the Imperial Man. This battle was between the Blood Angels and a massive Orc horde that numbered tens of thousands that had split into separate warbands. One of the Blood Angels' devastator squads, overcome by the defect of a Blood Angel gene seed called Red Burst, downed their weapons and charged head-on into the Orc horde and was soon overrun by the Greenskins. The captain regained some composure and called for the support of the Death Company. The Death Company were outnumbered and encircled, but the captain, Morium, tore through the Orcs and ripped apart their war boss with his claws that broke the heart of the Orc horde. The second battle I'm going to talk about is the Dark Angel battle of the Caliban system. The Battle of the Caliban system was a competition between the Dark Angels and the Chaos Unified Traitor fleet. The battle was fought over an opening of a warp breach that the Chaos forces had opened to bring the Dark Angel fallen from 10,000 years previous back into present time. The Chaos fleet was large but in disarray. The warp gate was closed when a member of the Raven Wing sacrificed his own life to save the Caliban system from a unified Chaos fleet that would have teamed up with the Fallen from 10,000 years previous. If the Chaos won that battle, that would have destroyed Caliban and would have delivered a huge blow to the Imperium of Man. And the final battle I'm going to talk about is the Battle of Caldor, which is by the White Scars chapter. The Battle of Caldor was a battle between the White Scars, an Orc war led by Warbus Skullcrumper, and the Necron dynasty. The battle started when the Orcs attacked the Imperial world of Caldor. The White Scars' 4th Company responded, unbeknown to both the Orcs and the White Scars, that this world was also a Necron tomb world. The Necron emerged and first engaged the Orcs. The White Scars, who was reeling at this point, managed to break out and regroup. The White Scars took to the hills and switched to guerrilla warfare against the Necrons. It took months longer than expected to cleanse both the Orcs and the Necrons from Caldor, but the White Scars was victorious and returned the planet back into Imperium hands. I hope you all enjoyed that introduction to the Space Marine factions. Also, I do hope that it gave you a small little insight into the grim darkness of the Warhammer 40,000 universe. Do like, comment and subscribe, because that helps me loads. And also do stay tuned, because there will be more faction information coming very, very soon to this channel before I start doing my campaign. Catch you all very soon. Bye.